Well, I've already had my first installment, and welcome to today's initial, inaugural um, Macallan with Barry. Although we're probably going to have to stop the Macallan because, as we all know, in a litigious society, if you don't pay somebody for use of the name, they kind of like go out of their minds. So instead of Macallan or any of the other single malt Scotch whiskeys, we're just going to call it Scotch with Barry. Okay, or figure out some other better name. In other words, we'll get to it. So, what do we want to talk about? Well, the first thing we want to talk about is LinkedIn. Why LinkedIn? Because LinkedIn is one of my favorite um, forums for gaining ideas, exchanging ideas, and meeting with new people. And one of the things that has come up on LinkedIn, of course, is the present employment or therefore unemployment crisis. Whether it's a crisis or not is a matter of opinion, a matter of perception. What it definitely is, however, is a challenge. One of the challenges, of course, is technology. You have to beat the machine, sort of like beat the clock, beat the machine, in this case, the automatic tracking systems, which require you to get a 90. Now, if I remember correctly, getting 90s in school made you an A plus student or an A student and got you a lot of awards and very nice, but was definitely no guarantee that you were going to be successful anywhere else, except maybe in school. So, what does all this do for the average human being like myself? And what are we going to be able to do about it? The ATS is here to stay. The volume, the sheer volume of resumes that come into a company or get to put into a job posting are just too large for any small HR group to handle. And an HR group, even in a large corporation, does not mean tens of people or hundreds of people. It's probably around 10 or under, and there is no way that they're going to be handling a large volume of resumes as well as their normal duties. So they had to come up with something. They had to come up with something that was going to weed out those that were not going to make the cut. Problem is that making the cut doesn't necessarily mean that you're getting the best of what you need after the cut is made. So you're looking for keywords or you're looking for some sort of, I don't know, magical formula, and the magic doesn't really happen. So what are you doing? You're hiring to a mean. You're kind of like getting the average. You're getting, you know, not the best of the best, but you're getting what you put into it. So if you put in 50 keywords and somebody matches 45 keywords, you're getting somebody who really knows how to match keywords, not necessarily somebody who is going to be able to do the job you want in the manner that you want. Which leads to the next thing that people have been asking and people have been commenting on is what exactly are companies looking for? And one of the things that I've noticed and have been noticing, I don't know, for years already, is that companies talk a lot about cutting costs. I always used to think that you went into business to make money and that you were looking for ways to generate revenue, not to cut costs. You want to cut costs? You know, for $99.95, I will give you a 100% guaranteed method to cut all your business costs. You may not exactly like what I have to say, though. And that's why I feel that we need more companies involved in generating revenue. And generating revenue means that you need to have people who are there to help you generate revenue, whether they're functional people or whether they're salespeople or whether they're management people. Which leads to the next thing, something that I've discussed with Shep Hyken and have put on many postings, is that everybody in a company has more than one role. They have a sales role, they have a customer service role, and they have a business role. So every interaction that you have representing your company is an opportunity for you to make a new customer. And how do you make a new customer? Well, as I used to tell my guys on the help desk, if you're already a good customer, if you know how to be a good customer, then you already know how to serve customers. And of course, everyone's like, "Oh, what? How do you become a good customer?" Well, think about it. Think about your last customer service interaction. Your last customer service interaction was something like this. I'm using your product and I don't know what's going on. I'm reading the instructions and it's not working and I need some help and this is ridiculous. You people are selling things at such a large high price and nothing works and I don't understand why you can't get this thing right. And yeah, you get the idea. It's a rant. It's a basically uh, you know, how's the best way of putting it? It's basically a complaint fest. You get to sit there and you get to rant and rate and just carry on. But that's not how you are a good customer. Compare that to this. Good morning. My name is Barry, and I'm using your XYZ widget product. I purchased your XYZ widget product approximately 10 days ago from Home Depot. And I've gone through the instructions twice. I'm using model number XYZ01234. My serial number, if I may give you that too, is SN3401439825. Again, my name is Barry. My phone number is 555-1234. And I'm having difficulty with your XYZ widget product. And my problem seems to be fitting part X into part M, which is supposed to attach to part N according to what you have on page 4 of the instruction manual. I don't know why I'm having this difficulty, but I'd like some help in getting around it. Hear the difference? I've told you who I am. I've told you what product. I've told you when I purchased it, which means it's probably still under warranty. I've told you where I'm having a problem. I've told you where I'm looking at things on the instruction sheet. I've given you serial numbers, model numbers. And at this rate, if you're a customer service representative of any kind of import over there, you pretty much get an idea of what's going on. And you have an idea of whether or not you can fix this, or you can get somebody to fix this, or you can start a return. That's being a good customer. Being a good customer makes for better customer service. So now I have my guys do the following. Good morning. You've reached Company X Service Desk. My name is Barry, and how can I help you this morning? Oh, Barry, I'm having a problem. I can't get this done. I'm in Word. Okay. Here's what I need you to do. First of all, please let me know what your name is. Oh, but doesn't my phone number come up? I say, your phone number comes up on my caller ID, but it's not with a name. It's not in there. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Joan, and I'm from the healthcare practice, and I'm a secretary to, Moshe, whatever. Okay. And I'm having this problem with Word. I'm trying to get this table in. Says, okay, fine. You can right click on the bottom right of your screen. You'll see a little icon that looks like a computer. Oh, a computer with a wire attached to it. Just right click on that and give me the number. Oh, okay. It's XL9 07500. Click. Okay. I'm using remote control software which allows me to see what your problem is so that the two of us together can now go ahead and rectify this issue. So I'm going to aid you in getting through this. And then When it comes up again, you will now understand what it is you will need to do to avoid the problem and be able to get going much faster. Oh, so you're going to teach me something? Definitely, hopefully. Okay, great. And this goes on until we either resolve the problem or realize the problem is bigger than what we can resolve. But we don't leave the client, we don't leave our customer feeling, one, like they're too stupid to be able to do their job. Two, that basically we're all faceless automatons. And three, that they're annoying us. No, we want them to be telling us who they are, where they're calling from, and we want them to be able to get the help they need either by us remotely accessing their computers, or if necessary, doing what's called the jump and run, meaning that I would have to get out of my chair, go down to the floor where the healthcare practice is, introduce myself to the woman, and get her problem fixed. Because it might be something beyond what I can do remotely. That's good customer service. Why do I have this book up here? Because part of what I'm going to be doing is doing shout outs. Financial Intelligence, a manager's guide to knowing what the numbers really mean. This is actually the first edition. There is a revised edition, and it is by Karen Berman and Joe Knight with John Case from the Harvard Business School. What this book does is it gives you the insights into what financial managers and what the business is looking for when they talk the numbers. This is what you need to know when you are part of a business. How the business values itself, how you evaluates itself, what it uses to basically take on more people or reduce people. Because people, as this book says, and as I'm sure the updated version says, are the largest cost centers of every business. Okay, and business wants to protect its assets. Okay, emphasis on the first three letters. Okay, they answer not to the people who work there, they answer to the people who pay them to produce. And one of the things you find out if you use Yahoo Finance or any one of these other websites is that the corporate investors or the major investors in most companies are other companies who have the same outlook and the same thought processes as the company you're working for. They don't want to hear, oh, sorry. Yeah, I finished that. They don't want to hear excuses. They want to know how you're going to make them money. That's why they invested in you. So if you want to be a more protected employee, you have to know what the investments are, and you have to know what the costs are, and you have to know how revenue is being generated and being measured. Because the more revenue you can generate, the better off you will be in the company. Anyway, this is Whiskey Time with Barry, and we'll do this again. Hope the inaugural video is entertaining and informative. And thank you very much for watching and listening.